prints are finished, time to take them out. There we go. Next thing we have to do is take off all the supports and take off all the little edges here. So pretty simple, just cut them off and they snap off. Something like that. And they come off pretty good. There's not that much cleanup typically left after. Then we have this little lip here, which obviously we don't want. So we peel it back manually. Just like that. And then you go and get your deburr blade. And we're basically gonna take down that edge. So something like that. And then now the part is ready for the heat inserts that we're gonna need to install on it. Okay, so next we need to install these little heat inserts. They're too long for the part. They don't really sell better ones that are shorter, so we need to manually take off the edge basically to seat them in there and so that they're usable. So let me show you guys how I do that real quick. Okay, so basically what we initially start with is this, and that's not going to work because this little lip's going to get in the way when we're installing it. So I have to go and manually grind this little lip off so we can install it, but this helps to align the actual part. So let me show you guys how to do that. The first thing we're going to do is lightly chuck it in here, and then we're going to want to make sure it spins. It's circular still, it's not. So that looks pretty good. And next we're gonna turn on the grinder. And just like that, we got the part that we need. Okay, so now here comes the tricky part, and we're gonna need a soldering iron with a little tip to install these. So iron's nice and hot, get that on there, and then we don't want to install these too deep, but we also don't want to install them too narrow to where they're going to get in the way and not hold nicely. So I line it up basically perpendicular, and then I press fit it to about where I know it should be. And then it should look basically something like that once it's done and fully seated. So I'm gonna go and do the rest of these right now. Okay. Okay, now that these are all set, you just wait for them to cool down so that it's actually nice and seated. The plastic basically cools down around them so they don't pull out. And then the part is basically ready to go install in the car now.